Okay, now that you know how to name angles, let's talk about the different ways we can classify angles. So the first type of angle is called a right angle, and you can see the picture of the three angles on the left side are examples of right angles, and the two on the right are not right angles. So if we try and see what the pattern is, a right angle is an angle that measures 90 degrees. And you're going to notice that the three pictures on the left, two of them have these little boxes in the corner. Whenever you see a problem with a picture and an angle has a little box in the corner like that, that means that it's a 90-degree angle. So from now on, you don't have to see the number 90 written. That box means that it is 90 degrees. The next type of angle I want to talk about are acute angles. We have examples on the left again, 33, 56, and 89 degrees. And then non-examples on the right, 100 degrees, 90 degrees, 91 degrees. So an acute angle is an angle that measures less than 90. So somewhere between 0 and 90 is an acute angle. If it's 90 exactly, we call that a right angle. Well, what happens with angles that look like the ones on the left? Those are called obtuse angles. An obtuse angle example would be 101 degrees or 91 degrees or 129 degrees. Angles that are not obtuse, 38 degrees, 89 degrees, 90 degrees. So what's our definition of an obtuse angle? An obtuse angle is an angle that measures more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So it's in between 90 and 180. So we've got between 0 and 90 is acute. 90 exactly is called a right angle. Between 90 and 180 is an obtuse angle. So what does that leave? Is there anything else we haven't covered? Well, a straight angle is an angle that's exactly 180 degrees. And so you can see that that's actually a line. So the angle measurement for a line is 180 degrees, and we call that a straight angle. Now at this point, if you want, you can hit pause and go ahead and work on the first side of worksheet 5, which deals with identifying whether angles are acute, right, obtuse, or straight. The other two terms we want to talk about today, and these deal with pairs of angles, so I probably should specify. Now we're talking about two angles in relation to each other. And we say that two angles are complementary if they add up to 90 degrees. So on the left side, we have examples of complementary angles. And on the right side, those are examples of pairs of angles that are not complementary. So I'm going to focus on the ones on the left here. So if you look at these two angles, 1 and 2, they're telling us 1 plus 2 equals 90, so we know that those two angles are complementary. In this picture here, we have this box, which we know means 90 degrees, and the straight angle is 180, so that tells us that 3 and 4 also are 90 degrees together, which means that they are complementary. So the formal definition for complementary angles: complementary angles are two angles that have a sum of 90 degrees. And I really can't stress enough that we're talking about a pair of angles here. In the other terms, acute, right, obtuse, straight, we're talking about one single angle and having a name for that. But now we're talking about two angles. So two angles together, if they add up to 90, are complementary. On the other hand, if two angles add up to 180 degrees, then they're called supplementary. Supplementary. So Angle 3 and 4 here add up to 180 degrees, so they're supplementary. If you look at this other picture here, angle 1 and angle 2 together make this straight line, and we know a straight line is 180 degrees, so that shows us that 1 and 2 together make 180 degrees, so they're also supplementary. So if we want to give a definition for supplementary, a pair of supplementary angles have a sum of 180. So there's only two special cases. We're talking about a pair of angles together. If they add up to 90, complementary. If they add up to 180, supplementary. If they add up to anything else, we don't have a special name for them. So just if they add up to 90 or 180. Let's look at two examples. One type of problem would say find the complement of a 42 degree angle. And so you just have to look at the term here, complement, and you think complementary, they add up to 90 degrees. So if one of them is 42, I'll subtract that from 90 to get the other one, and it would be 48. So we're looking for these key terms when we're trying to figure this out. So 48 degrees would be our answer. How about finding the supplement of a 63 degree angle? Well, supplementary means they add up to 180. So if one of them is 63 degrees, let's subtract that from 180 and see what's left. And we get 117 degrees. And it's as easy as that. So you just have to remember what the terms are. Complementary, they add up to 90. Supplementary, they add up to 180. So the second side of worksheet 5 deals with complementary and supplementary.